If you have ever looked at Jennifer Aniston and thought she always seems to get it right, this video will show you exactly why and how to apply the same logic in your wardrobe. Her formula comes down to consistent choices: neutrals, clean shapes, good denim, a tailored blazer, and a white tee that does more work than people expect. Style rule number 1. Build your wardrobe around calm neutrals. Jennifer Aniston's wardrobe works because it never fights itself. Look at her over the past 2 decades, and the palette is almost always in the same family. Black, white, ivory, camel, taupe. Nothing loud, nothing competing for attention, just one controlled visual tone. That isn't laziness. It's a deliberate choice, and one of the clearest reasons her style has aged so well. Neutral palettes do something specific for women over 50 that bright colours and bold prints rarely manage. They let the fit do the work. When everything reads in the same tonal family, the eye goes straight to the silhouette. It reads the way the garment falls. That's exactly where you want the attention landing. Neutrals also make getting dressed considerably easier. When most of your wardrobe shares a palette, pieces combine naturally. You're not standing in front of a closet at 7 in the morning trying to force a teal blouse to work with olive trousers. You pull out a cream top and stone trousers, and the decision is already made. This is where fabric matters more than most people expect. The difference between a neutral outfit that looks expensive and one that looks plain almost always comes down to the material. Something like the Quince Mongolian cashmere crewneck sweater in ivory or camel will do more for you than 10 tops in far more interesting colours. The sweater reads polished the moment you put it on, and it holds its quality across a lot of wear. It's linked in the description if you want to take a look. One last thought. Jennifer almost never reaches for colour to make an outfit more interesting. She adjusts the proportion or changes the layering instead, and that shift is almost always enough. Colour is usually the first place women go when a look feels flat. For her, it's almost always the last option. That kind of restraint is most of what makes the whole approach feel so deliberate and easy to return to. Style rule number 2. Treat the white tee like a hero piece. There's a photo of Jennifer Aniston that probably lives on more style boards than any other. She's in a white tee, dark jeans, and flat shoes. The outfit barely registers as an outfit at all, and yet it looks completely considered. That's the white tee doing its job. Most women treat a white tee as the thing you wear when you haven't figured out what to wear yet. Jennifer treats it as the starting point of an outfit that's already finished. That shift in thinking comes down to fit and fabric quality and to how you decide to style it. The fit has to be right, not too loose, not too fitted. The shoulder seam should sit cleanly, and the fabric shouldn't pull across the chest or balloon out at the sides. When those details are right, a white tee in a quality cotton reads as a genuine choice. When they're off, it reads as a default. Fabric quality matters just as much. A cheap white tee goes thin and tired after a few washes. A good one holds its shape, keeps its white, and carries itself differently on the body. That difference is visible before you even decide what to pair it with. Styling is what separates a good result from a flat one. Jennifer usually tucks it, at least partially. A half tuck into straight-leg jeans or a full tuck into tailored trousers defines the waist without adding a belt and signals that the outfit was thought about. Untucked works too, but the tee has to be cut for it. Otherwise, it reads as unfinished rather than relaxed. A white tee handled well gives you the same calm, controlled presence that a neutral palette does. It's not a default or a gap filler. It's the foundation the rest of the outfit responds to and builds around. For most often reaches for to build on that foundation, the single item that sharpens the whole look is a tailored blazer. Style, rule number 3, use a tailored blazer, to Sharpen denim. The blazer over denim combination is one of the most consistent things in Jennifer Aniston's wardrobe. It comes up across different denim cuts and every setting from casual to semi-formal. The reason it holds up so reliably is simple. The blazer brings structure, the denim provides ease, and the combination sits right between the two. That balance is particularly useful for women over 50. The goal at this point isn't to look casual or to look dressed up. It's to look appropriate for wherever you are without appearing to have tried too hard. Blazer over denim handles that with very little effort. The blazer does most of the work. When the fit is right, with clean shoulders and a hem that hits just below the hip, it makes whatever is underneath read as intentional. The denim doesn't need to be anything remarkable. It needs to fit well and stay clean, in a wash that doesn't compete with the blazer. That's the full extent of what the denim has to do. The cut of the blazer matters. Jennifer tends to wear single-breasted styles with a clean lapel, nothing too structured, nothing too wide across the chest. Something like the H&M single-breasted blazer in a neutral tone works well here and doesn't overcomplicate the outfit. The blazer should hold its own without announcing itself. Colour is what keeps the formula working. The safest version is keeping the blazer in the same tonal direction as the rest of the look. Cream blazer over a white tee and off-white denim. Black blazer over dark wash jeans. When the tones stay close, the pieces support each other rather than fight for attention, and the whole thing reads as one considered outfit. One thing Jennifer almost never does is wear an oversized blazer as a casual statement. Her blazers fit. They look intentional because they look like they belong to her. That proportion is most of what separates a sharp outfit from one that just looks like a borrowed jacket over jeans. Style rule number 4, keep the silhouettes clean and simple. Simple silhouettes are not the same as plain ones. That distinction is worth holding on to because it is at the center of why Jennifer's outfits almost always look composed without looking like they cost a fortune. What simple means here is that the shape of the outfit creates balance without effort. The lines skim the body, nothing pulls or bunches, and the eye can move through the look without getting interrupted. That is a different thing entirely from throwing on whatever is comfortable and calling it done. For women over 50, cleaner shapes tend to be more flattering and more sophisticated at the same time. When there is too much happening with the cut, it can add visual weight or make an outfit feel older and heavier than it needs to be. Simple does not mean shapeless. It means the garment does its job quietly without calling too much attention to the construction. The kinds of shapes that work well here are straight leg trousers, column or shift dresses, softly fitted tops with clean hems, classic button-down shirts, and jackets with quiet structure at the shoulder. These pieces have something in common. None of them require the rest of the outfit to make adjustments and work around them. They fit into the wardrobe system without friction. What usually weakens this approach is adding too many competing elements at once. A top with exaggerated sleeves paired with wide trousers can make the proportions feel heavy. Too many ruffles or a dramatic hem on an already full silhouette can push the outfit from elegant into fussy. The look starts working against itself. Jennifer rarely lets any single shape dominate. She edits. The bottom is simple, so the top stays simple. The jacket has structure, so the trousers underneath have a clean line. That back and forth balance between each element is what gives the whole outfit its composure. Once you understand that, the next piece of the formula starts making more sense, and that is the denim itself. Style rule number 5. Choose denim that looks clean, grown, and intentional. Jennifer wears jeans in almost every casual setting, and they almost never look sloppy. That is not an accident. The denim itself is doing something specific, and it is worth understanding what that is before you go out and buy a new pair. The first thing worth noticing is the wash. Jennifer's denim almost always reads clean, not stiff or brand new, but not faded into heavy distress either. A mid-blue to dark blue wash or a clean off-white keeps jeans from pulling the whole outfit into casual territory when you want it sitting somewhere more considered. The cut matters just as much. Straight leg and slim straight fits tend to work best here. They have enough room to be comfortable and enough structure to stay polished. Soft boot cut can work too, especially with a heel or a clean loafer. What usually works against the formula are very wide legs without the right styling to balance them, or anything cropped in a way that cuts the leg line awkwardly and shortens the overall look. Rise is worth paying attention to as well. A higher rise sits more cleanly at the waist, gives the torso a longer line, and tends to tuck more neatly under a blazer or knit top. That combination is a good part of what makes denim feel intentional at 50 rather than accidental. The Madewell long-line straight jean holds up particularly well here. It has a clean line, a flattering rise, and a wash that works with most of the neutral palette pieces already in a Jennifer-style wardrobe. One of the most useful things to understand about denim is how much the styling around it changes what it communicates. The exact same pair of jeans reads completely differently with sneakers, with loafers, or with a structured blazer. The jeans are never doing the work alone. The whole outfit is working together, and the denim's job is to stay clean and controlled while the rest of the pieces make their own decisions around it. Style rule number 6: build the wardrobe on quiet basics. The items that make a wardrobe feel easy to get dressed from are rarely the ones anyone talks about. They are not the blazer or the perfect denim. They are the quiet pieces sitting underneath, the ones that hold the whole system together without asking for attention at all. Knit tops with a smooth finish, fine gauge crew necks, clean tank tops in neutral shades, well-cut button-down shirts in cotton or linen, simple long-sleeve tops with a clean hem. These are the pieces Jennifer reaches for again and again. They are never the focal point, and they are never trying to be. For women over 50, this kind of wardrobe foundation matters because the goal is not to reinvent yourself every season. It is to build something that consistently works and keeps working. When the basics are right, the whole wardrobe becomes easier to use. Getting dressed in the morning stops feeling like a problem to solve and starts feeling like a straightforward decision. The best basics share a few qualities. They have a fabric weight that holds shape without clinging. They sit cleanly at the neckline, and the hem falls without pulling or riding up. They are not too sheer, not too stiff, not too cropped, and not so oversized that they lose their cleanliness. They can go under a blazer without bunching, tuck into trousers without adding bulk, and work alongside denim without looking like an afterthought. What makes Jennifer's style feel like a system rather than just a collection of clothes is that these quiet basics form the connective tissue between every other piece. The blazer needs a clean top underneath it. The straight-leg jeans need something that tucks or drapes properly. The neutral trousers need a top that stays within the palette. The basics are what make all of that possible without friction. If the basics are right, the rest of the wardrobe falls into place. That is the majority of the work, done before you even add anything interesting. Style rule number 7. Use tonal dressing to make basics look richer. There is a reason some outfits that look simple in theory feel expensive when you see them in person. The color is not doing anything dramatic. The pieces are not rare or obscure, but everything sits in the same register, and that harmony is what makes the whole thing feel deliberate. Tonal dressing just means staying inside one soft color family. Cream with ivory, beige with camel, black with charcoal, white with stone. It does not mean wearing exactly the same shade head to toe. It means that the tones support each other rather than pull the eye in different directions. For women over 50, this is one of the easiest ways to make an outfit feel more polished without buying anything new. The clothes you already have may have been working against each other for no reason other than contrast. Pulling back toward one tonal family can change the entire feel of an outfit. When color gets quieter, texture starts doing more of the work, and that is worth paying attention to. A cream cashmere sweater reads differently from a cream cotton top, even at the same tone. Linen, leather, fine wool, and brushed suede each bring texture into the outfit without breaking the palette. That is how a simple look starts feeling rich rather than plain. The Madewell Classic Essentials leather belt works well in this context. A tan or cognac belt in a tonal outfit adds texture and weight without introducing a new color into the story. It is linked in the description if you want to take a look. A few outfit examples to make this practical. Cream knit with ivory trousers and a camel bag. Off-white linen top with white denim and nude sandals. Charcoal blazer with black trousers and a dark grey tee. In each case, the eye reads the outfit as one composed idea rather than three separate pieces. That is the point. Now let us talk about what finishes the look from the ground up. Style rule number 8. Keep the shoes sleek, not loud. The shoe is usually the last decision in most outfits, and it is often where a carefully built look either holds together or quietly falls apart. Jennifer's footwear choices follow the same logic as everything else in her wardrobe. They support the outfit rather than compete with it. The styles that work best with this formula are the ones with a clean, simple profile. Loafers are probably the most reliable. They work with straight-leg jeans, with trousers, with midi skirts, and with denim. They finish the outfit without drawing attention down toward the floor in a way that disrupts the visual balance above it. A leather loafer in a neutral tone, tan, black, or cognac, tends to work across almost everything already in a Jennifer-style wardrobe. Sleek sandals with a low heel or flat strap are another strong option, especially in warmer months. Simple ankle boots with a clean silhouette and a modest heel work well in cooler weather. Low-profile sneakers can work too, but the cleaner the styling around them, the better. A white leather sneaker is easier to manage than a chunky athletic style. For women over 50, comfort is a genuine consideration, and there is no reason to sacrifice it. But visual balance matters too. A heavy, thick-soled shoe under a well-fitted outfit creates a disconnect at the bottom that the eye notices, even when you cannot immediately explain why the look feels slightly off. The shoe is part of the proportion, not separate from it. What to keep in mind with footwear is the same principle that runs through every part of this formula. The job of the shoe is to close the outfit cleanly, not to add personality, not to introduce a new element, not to be interesting on its own terms, disciplined rather than exciting. That restraint is exactly what keeps the outfit reading as one considered idea from top to bottom. And that idea of restraint, knowing when to stop, leads directly into the final point. Style rule number 9. Finish with restraint. Every decision up to this point has been about building something. The palette, the basics, the blazer, the denim, the shoe. But the final piece of the formula is about subtraction. And it is one of the most consistently useful habits Jennifer demonstrates across her whole wardrobe. She does not over-accessorize. That is not a small or passive observation. It is one of the clearest reasons her outfits feel as composed as they do. One bag, a pair of small gold hoops, maybe a delicate necklace, clean sunglasses when she is outside, a slim belt when the outfit calls for it. That is usually where she stops. The Jenny Bird mini Lennon hoops are a good example of what this looks like in practice. Small, clean, gold. They catch the light without commanding the room. That is exactly the weight an accessory should carry in this kind of wardrobe. For women over 50, there is often a temptation to add accessories as a way to dress an outfit up or give it more personality. The impulse is understandable, but it usually works against the look. Every extra piece introduces another element the eye has to process. When there are too many, the outfit stops feeling curated and starts feeling assembled. The better habit is to put the full outfit together, then look for what can come off. Remove the extra necklace. Put the statement bracelet back. Swap the large bag for something with a cleaner silhouette. Most of the time, the outfit improves immediately. A clean leather shoulder bag in a neutral tone does exactly that. Something structured, quiet in profile and neutral in color works well. It has presence without introducing chaos into the look. The real message of this whole video is not about copying what Jennifer wears piece by piece. It is about copying how she edits. A calm palette, clean shapes, strong basics, quiet shoes, good fabric, and then the discipline to stop before going one step too far. That is why Jennifer Aniston's style keeps working year after year. It is not loud, trendy, or overdone. It is clean, balanced, and built on pieces that always seem to make sense together. The links are in the description. And if you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe. And before you go, click the video on screen right now, because that one will show you how to make simple clothes look even more polished.